This Russian-American meeting in Saudi Arabia was a surprise for us, just like to many others. Yes, we saw all this information from the media. I don't know who will stay there, who will leave, who is going where. To be honest, I don't care. What I care about is for the partners to overthink something about us. We exchanged views with President Erdogan. We discussed all the prospects that exist. I am convinced that it is fundamental for Ukraine, for our region, and for Europe that any negotiations on ending the war should not take place behind the backs of the key actors affected by the consequences of Russian aggression. Ukraine is Europe in the broad sense, and the European Union, Turkey, and Britain should be involved in discussions and development of the necessary security guarantees together with America, which concern the fate of our part of the world. The war is going on in our part of the world. Right next door. And for the war to end in a reliable and lasting peace, we need to avoid making any mistakes. This is only possible when the negotiations are fair and Ukraine, America, and the whole of Europe are represented at the table. Secondly, we spoke with President Erdogan about the bilateral relations between Ukraine and Turkey. Important topics were discussed, including the issue regarding Ukrainian children in Turkey. You know that these are orphans. Unfortunately, their parents were taken away by this war that Russia brought it.
Щодо наших українських діточок. Ви знаєте, що це наші діти-сироти, їх батьків забрала, на жаль, ця війна, Росія її принесла, і зараз ці діточки...
And now these children are under guardianship in Turkey. This is one of the projects that the First Lady, the First Lady of Ukraine, and the First Lady of Turkey care about. Any country has a bilateral track with other countries. Please, you can discuss whatever you want, but you cannot make decisions without Ukraine and how to end the war in Ukraine under certain conditions. And we were not invited to this meeting, but to the Russian-American meeting in Saudi Arabia. It was a surprise for us. I think that's the way it is for many people, and that's how we talk to the media about it. We saw it. We got all this information. And I don't know who will stay there and who will leave, who is going where. To be honest, I don't care. I do care what our partners think about us. And we are absolutely honest and open. I don't want any coincidences, and that's why I'm not going to Saudi Arabia. We have contacted our partners in Saudi Arabia.
Ми зв'язались з нашими партнерами в Саудівській Аравії. У мене хороші дуже відносини.
I have a very good relationship. He and Mohammed have just contacted me and agreed that I will be on an official visit on March 11th.
Я буду з офіційним візитом.
And we are expecting the United States in Kiev.
Для чого говорити ці зайві слова?
Why say these unnecessary words that people should not die when we need to return thousands of people who are in captivity today, and if there is really a goodwill to end this war? I do not believe that Putin wants this. But if there is goodwill, then there is definitely an exchange of prisoners in the first place. Today, Europe, NATO countries, And the United States could certainly provide Ukraine with this hope, faith in strong security guarantees, faith that Ukraine will become a NATO member. But we do not hear such support from the United States today.
Але від Сполучених Штатів ми сьогодні такої підтримки не чуємо. Знаємо, що вони...
We know that they and several other European partners do not support our membership in NATO. I think this is Russia's great desire, and it coincides with this result.
...з цим результатом.